You're not poor because of your job. You're poor because of the mindset you grew up with. That is the harsh truth, and it's time to talk about it. Hi, I'm Vince. Welcome to this channel where we educate you to become financially free as soon as possible. Today, we're going to talk about a controversial topic. Get ready to feel some type of way about what I'm about to share. But before that, save this video for future reference and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Point no. 1. The most common Pinoy trap. Bahala na, deserve kayo, to Minsan lang naman. All these seem harmless. They sound so casual and like no big deal. Until they become your financial norm. For example, Bahala na became our go-to answer whenever we are faced with a problem or a question. Instead of saying, I'll figure it out, or let me think about it, we say, Bahala na, which literally translates to, I don't know. There's always a solution to every problem. Yes, it may take some time to find it, but saying Bahala na implies defeat before you even try. Imagine telling your boss, I don't know, whenever he asks you about a project, you wouldn't keep your job for long. You may think that saying Bahala na is no big deal, because it only means I do want it no right now. But what happens when you make it a habit to say Bahala na with almost everything, like deciding whether you should or shouldn't buy something, whether you should prioritize saving or not? Bahala na can mean whatever you want it to mean, but please be careful of its power. Don't let Bahala na dictate how you manage your finances. No. 2. Generational habits passed down. We grew up seeing these habits around us. We saw how our parents and the people around us spent their money, managed their finances, and thought nothing of it. We saw them make their money work for them, but we also saw them struggle because of it. We observed and absorbed all of these without questioning them. Now we repeat them without realizing that we've already normalized them. These are the things we call culture. But culture is not destiny. Just because you were raised a certain way doesn't mean you have to live your life exactly like them. Question their actions. Know why they do what they do? If it's beneficial, then continue doing it. If not, then don't repeat their mistakes. I know that it's easier said than done, but start by becoming aware. Know your family's financial history. Talk to your parents about how they manage their finances. You might learn a thing or two from them, or maybe you'd find some areas for improvement. Either way, you gain insight on how your family manages money. And do when you NT if you do and get along well with your family, or if talking about finances makes them uncomfortable. What's important is that you're willing to take the first step. Once you're aware of your family's financial culture, decide what you want to change. No. 3. Normalizing financial excuses. In school, we were taught that we can be anything we want to be. But when it comes to finances, we tell ourselves excuses like ILL, start saving when I get a raise, or I can afford it right now. We tell ourselves lies that prevent us from getting ahead in life. One of the common financial excuses we make is delaying savings. We postpone building our emergency fund or investing for retirement. ILL start saving when I get a raise, or ILL start saving once I am done with this debt. You might feel like you're redoing yourself a favor by rewarding yourself with something you want, with the money you do and have yet. But when you make it a habit to treat yourself with instant gratification, you're normalizing financial irresponsibility. By doing so, you teach yourself to choose instant pleasure over future security. You teach yourself to spend more than you earn. And guess what happens when you do that? You stay broke. We tend to spend when we want to and buy things we don't need. Then we wonder why we never have enough. No? 4. How it manifests even when you earn more. You get a raise, you get promoted, you land that new job. Congratulations. But after some time, you realize that your mindset hasn't changed. You still spend as much as you used to. You still buy all the things you used to. You still eat out as much as you did before. You still think Bahala na when it comes to money, and then you ask yourself, why am I still broke? You stayed broke at a higher salary. You stayed broke at a higher income level because your mindset didn't change. Your thought process didn't change. And no. 5. How to break the cycle. I won't leave you hanging. I'll give you 3 actionable steps to help you break the cycle. Start by tracking every peso. Have a budget. Allocate your money to its specific purpose. Track your spending. Cut unnecessary expenses and build a healthy financial habit. Replace Bahala na with Onongi. What is my plan? Don't just say Bahala na. When you encounter a financial problem, take time to sit down and think about a solid plan to address the problem. Think about your goals. Ask yourself if your decisions are aligned with your goals. If not, then don't do it. Be intentional with your purchases. Ask yourself if you really need it, if you can afford it, if it will benefit you in the long run. If you're unsure, write it down on a piece of paper and wait a day before making a purchase. If you still want it after a day, then buy it. The bottom line is this: if you want to stop being broke, you have to stop acting broke. Let this be your wake-up call. You don't have to wait for anyone to save you. You don't have to wait for a miracle to happen. Change your mindset first. Do you agree with this video? Comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Save it for future reference. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our future uploads. Follow us on social media for more content. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. And hey, if you're ready to get serious about your finances, we created something special for you. This kit has everything you need to start your financial reset. Inside the kit, you'll find our best-selling ebook, The Book That Can Make You Rich, plus 50 pages of exclusive content, our cheat sheets and trackers, and an additional 4 ebooks from best-selling authors that will guide you on your journey towards financial freedom. You'll get to download all of these for free when you check out. So head over to our website to get your Anti-Broke Kit today. Culture is not your destiny. You don't have to pass down the same habits. Start your financial reset today.